Welcome back to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Today we will find what is good and what is hidden. I hope you're well and staying blessed, enjoying life wherever you are. This is a Sagittarius season read for Earth signs. If you do have Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn highly aspected, this read is likely for you. It's being made for Sagittarius season. But I do like to go ahead and mention that my reads are timeless. If you feel called to watch them at a later date, then apply the reading as follows. The first row will be your recent past. The second row will be your current energy. The third row will be your future. We always grab some clarifying cards. The bottom of the deck always holds overall story theme, I like to say. It really is your overall story. So also, if you are applying this to Sagittarius season, it's more likely going to be a timeline of the recent past being Scorpio season, the end of the current season being Sagittarius season, the future being entering Capricorn. So take it or leave it, my beautiful earth signs. Welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. If you are interested in booking with me, you can do so at the email listed in the description box. We are going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Please like, share, subscribe. It does help my channel to grow, and I do enjoy making your content. All right, let's go ahead and get into it today, Earth signs. I hope you're excited for life in general whenever you watch this. But if you are watching this during Sagittarius season, I hope you're excited for your Earth season. Capricorn season's next, right? All right. Again, open booking right now. If you're interested in a personal read, please go ahead and email me at that description box that is listed in the bottom of this video. Okay. Earth signs, you do have Justice in reverse for your recent past. You have the Seven of Wands, the Devil. A Libra could be of significance. Capricorn could be of significance. For your current energy, you have the Queen of Pentacles, your queen, the Queen of Earth, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Your knight, of course. I like that your Earth sign, your Pentacle, is very prevalent for your read. That's nice, of course. You do have the Hangman, bottom of the deck. Or I'm sorry, not bottom of the deck, excuse me. Completely misspoke there. The Hangman is at the last row in your future. It's the first card at the bottom row. The Four of Swords is in reverse, followed by the Seven of Swords in reverse. You have a 77 appearing in your read so far. One interesting thing about the Hangman, I don't want to misspeak. I cannot remember if it's Virgo or I don't know, actually. You'll have to Google it. I'm so sorry. You'll have to search it yourself. I cannot remember the astrological sign for the Hangman, but it's probably of significance since I did sit there and stutter. If you're curious, go ahead and look that up. And I will need to try to remember to look it up within the read so I can remember it for my next ones. Okay. I do dig that you got the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck because as I mentioned, I'm filming this during Sagittarius season, and this is your Sagittarius season read if it's not going to be a timeless read for you. And of course, the Temperance card does represent Sagittarius. That sign could be of significance, or we could just be talking about the season. The Temperance card is your overall story, right? We will apply this theme to every row. The Temperance card is a major arcana, so it is spirit speaking to you when those cards appear rather than elemental magic. It's a spirit card. I'm going to take a water break for just a second. Excuse me. Okay, thank you. So, the Temperance card does represent the middle path, patience, and finding meaning in all of it. I like to say that a lot. I the card is decorated by an angel who is performing alchemy of emotion, finding the true patience in it all, right? So I like that you got this card for Sagittarius season. It's kind of cool. So for your recent past, the Justice and Reverse. This is a different card. I don't get it very often. Yeah, it's dishonesty. It's unaccountability and unfairness, actually. Oof. Um, okay. If you didn't, uh, we'll just keep going forward with this, and we will see. Oh, Lord. Y'all know that I try to keep it very happy on this channel, but I can't control it if your lives are not going in like a rainbow sunshine lollipop manner, right? I can't help whatever my guides advise me to tell you, because ultimately I'm praying for advice to get you guys interested in my channel and interested in tarot in general. So if it doesn't work for you, um, like if you don't like whatever my content is, then you do just actually need to either go on to the next reader or do reads yourself. And I'm not going to be offended by it, because it just means that I don't connect with you, which is what it is, right? So I'm sorry, I'm not going to necessarily be light and fluffy, because I'm looking at this deck. I'm looking at this layout and I'm just like, oh shoot. And you got the Temperance for your overall story theme. So I'm just preparing you that this might be a bit of a lecture read. You're prepared. Okay. Anyway, moving forward. With whatever dishonesty, unaccountability, and unfairness is being represented by that card, it is followed, of course, by the Seven of Wands and the Devil. Oh, shoot. I didn't even check my layout. I'm so sorry, y'all. It doesn't look terrible. You know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I hope you like it. I'm going to keep it. I'm not moving anything. So, Seven of Wands and the Devil. The Seven of Wands really does represent, like, it's better than the Seven of Swords, right? But it is still like, it's like only a step down from the Seven of Swords. And it's fire instead of logic. So it's more like creation, passion, inspiration rather than logic. So, with that said, the Seven of Wands really represents being able to persevere, maintaining control in some way, shape, or form, and being able to mount a defense against whatever this is. Now, the reason that I'm like, this is a bit of a read, huh? A bit of a meaner, going to be a lecture read towards you, because then you have the Devil, and it's represented by, of course, every single time that you click onto a tarot read or you do one for yourself, the card is going to represent different things based on the different storyline you're building with these different cards, how they interact, right? So, the Devil usually represents materialism, playfulness, but it can sometimes represent addiction or just general pleasure. I am going to take another water break. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, earth signs. Okay, clear cut message is that whatever you might view as an addiction, whatever you view as something that is unhealthy, that you have a toxic bond with, there's some form of a recognition in your own brain where it creates potentially you being dishonest, you being unfair, and you being unaccountable. due to what, regardless of what the addiction is. It doesn't matter if it's materialism, it does not matter if it's pleasure, it doesn't matter what type of pleasure, it does not matter if you're addicted to drugs, alcohol, sex, food. It genuinely doesn't matter what it is. It matters that whatever it is creates a level of toxicity that blooms this behavior in your life. And you're recognizing that it doesn't give you patience like you want, that it actually creates a resistance to that. I'm sorry, excuse me. So, my beautiful earth signs, for whatever reason, you're really seeing where this is not healthy, whatever it is, whatever this is, however this manifests in your life. It's something that is an addiction that does create a negative behavior in your life and a toxic behavior in your life that you have to mount a defense against in the recent past in your current energy. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. I like that. I know I already said that. I really like that you got your house, of course. It's yellow. It's very. I don't know how many people are gonna get annoyed when I say this, but I always like to say very Hufflepuff because, of course, Earth signs would be Hufflepuff. Not to be mean, and also not to like hit so much on some of the like Harry Potter trend stuff, but it's just like a funny thing that I always like to compare the signs to the houses because literally everything she wrote was like all of its old English literature. Literally every story is just remade into a child's version. It's brilliant and it's hilarious that nobody recognizes that it's just pagan culture. Now I'm gonna move forward. I don't really know why that mattered to your story. So, the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful queen. She literally represents having security, financial security, but also just generally security that finance creates, right? Practicality with that and being able to have creature comforts due to that. The Ten of Swords is a big ouch card. It's one of the most painful cards in the deck, in fact. No matter what it is surrounded by, it usually is it's not a fun card. If this is your current energy, you might likely be going through this earth signs while you watch this read. This is true failure. This is true backstabbing, collapse, defeat, truly being stabbed in the back in a way that you shouldn't be. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is interesting because it's literally efficiency, responsibility, and hard work. Okay. So in the current energy, if you do not, there's that warning. If you didn't give up whatever this is that you have learned is an addiction for you. It will defeat you in some way, shape, or form. It will ruin your ability to create creature comfort, security, and it will somehow ruin your ability to be efficient and be hardworking, like you very much are. Earth signs are the movers of all the signs. They're the hardest working of the signs. Don't let anybody tell you different. Earth signs are the hardest working when they're in like a healthy mindset. They are literally meant to bend earth and to create wealth and to create security for all of us. That's like for real. I'm not kidding. So whatever this is that I was talking about earlier, it's going to vary for a lot of you. It's something that creates harm. If you didn't already see it that way, I hope that you do now. If you did give it up, there might unfortunately still be repercussions in the current energy, some form of backstabbing, some form of like extreme failure or defeat in some way, shape, or form. Because again, it's that same message Like whatever it was took away from your ability to create security through your ability to be efficient and hardworking, to be truly committed to all of your responsibilities. For whatever reason, this addiction took away from that. And in no matter what your storyline is, that you either let it go or kept it, you're in the present energy learning that, learning where it hurt you and how, and why you have to learn patience through this, why you have to find the meaning in this, because for whatever reason, like if justice were in the upper right, I would be talking about how this is the law of cause and effect, right? I'd be talking about how that universal law is present. And I must say this, the justice card has been in every single one of my reads for Sagittarius season. You're the only house that got it for in reverse. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the same speech that I gave the other houses. But I beg of you to really respect this, because you're the only house that got it in reverse. This is a universal law. It is not arguable. It doesn't matter what your religion, your philosophy, your culture, your identification background, your whatever. It does not fucking matter. I cursed. Yeah, I cursed. It doesn't fucking matter. Why? The law of cause and effect is recognized by the universe, by every god, spirit, deity, everything that moves in the ether. It recognizes this law. You ignoring it is not doing you any favors at all. It will lead to you being defeated, because the law of cause and effect, I'm not going to go into like my personal beliefs. I'm just like explaining that it really does mean what you put out comes back to you. So if you're refusing accountability, okay, if you're being unfair and dishonest and you're refusing accountability, you will not get good karma from that. It's not going to benefit you in the long run. It doesn't matter if you didn't want to be held accountable. It doesn't matter if you needed to mount a defense against something. It doesn't matter if you needed to fulfill your addiction, because what matters is integrity. And when you make vows in third dimension as a human, you have to fulfill them to a certain extent. And when you do not, especially if you gained on that false promise, it will lead to you having to pay that back in the long run. It doesn't ever work in a way where like you can lie and then get ahead, just because humans can't all understand when you're lying, right? Just because animals can't all understand, just because we can't all see what you're lying about or manipulating, that doesn't mean that it's okay to manipulate, right? So ultimately, the whatever you've earned in the past is what you'll be dealing with in the current for your house, because it's distracted you from your ability to create. And so your guides, I mean, it depends on your level of, no offense, but it really does depend on your level of disregard for life, because if you are on a high end, then like your ancestors and guides can abandon you. If you're on a low end, they might just be trying to teach you a lesson to get you on the right path. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to explain to you how this shit works, and nobody seems to understand it, which is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You cannot seriously think that you can just do whatever you want and that nothing will, like no repercussions will be had. There are gods. There are higher forces. There are lower forces. You should not be just doing whatever you want. Now I'm going to drop it. I'm going to stop lecturing you. I told you there would be a lecture. All right, Earth signs. We're going to go forward. you martyred yourself. So in your future, you do have the hangman. Okay. This sucks. I'm so sorry. It's sacrifice. Sometimes it's martyrdom, release. Sometimes it's suspension, right? Where you where you're feeling the pain of it all, right? Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry, my daughter just woke up, but her dad does have her. Oh shoot. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna take the mic off. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to cut this out, but I gotta go show dinner. He got mad and stomped out, and then I nurtured her until she went back to sleep. So I will just cut that part out. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do because kids need you, man. They deserve that secure attachment at a young age. I'm very strict on that. Now, thank you for your patience. I will try to cut that out. Okay, earth signs. We were talking about this row. We were talking about how this card is a bunch of a lot about martyrism, martyring yourself, maybe sacrifice, sometimes suspension in your life, usually a form of release. Now, you did have the Four of Swords in reverse for your next card, which by definition is restlessness, burnt out, and stress. The Seven of Swords in reverse is coming clean, rethinking your approach, and sometimes deception. I feel like you're really clear on like whoever this is applying for. This is someone that definitely has some form of an addiction in the recent past that they overcame or are overcoming because of what it like the type of pain and sacrifice it ultimately causes in their life. In the future here, you're very much being warned, like whatever this is unhealthy and it's creating you to be stressed and burnt out. Whatever it is not like a good approach to life. It's something that you've deceived yourself about and is a sacrifice, and you need to make changes over and find the meaning in why you felt like whatever it was a need in the first place. So for your clarifying cards, my beautiful earth signs, I love this. We love it, love it, love it, love it. Two major huge things that I need to point out. You have 777, yay, here in your read. I love that. This means new positive energy coming in after you overcome this. It's a lesson you had to go through so you could find meaning in whatever this struggle is. The Emperor could represent an Aries, but it does represent, and like a bigger picture, it represents like the king of all kings. He is a master of all four elements. He's able to overcome all challenges due to his ability to create structure, rationality, ambition, and true authority. The Seven of Cups is interesting that it appeared. I can't get over that you have a 777. I really dig that. And I feel like it means like if you learn the lesson, good things will come of it. But the Seven of Cups upright means searching for purpose, choices, and daydreaming. So as whatever you sacrifice leaves your life, you make a clear-cut decision about walking away from whatever this is and making new decisions to create better, like more secure decisions for yourself so that you have true structure in your life and you're able to I'm going to say it, you're able to balance the 7 dimensions of your life in a more equal manner because you're going to adapt away from whatever this toxic thing was that seriously took away from your ability to create. You're going to overcome that though in the future. Like you very much have that ability. Those are your clarifying cards. Like you're able to daydream. You do have choices to create different structure, to create the ability to be the own authority in your life, to create new different types of any endeavor that you would be ambitious about, really. It's something that you're able to daydream and plan for, and you'll have luck as long as you do follow that law of cause and effect, right? That universal law that I talked about earlier. That is the lesson that you're being taught through whatever this addiction is. That is the spiritual lesson that you were being taught, and therefore you are overcoming it. You're able to do so. You just have to kind of like find the reasoning and in terms of what is the cause and effect in this. What did I do to maybe become too dependent on this? And what I mean by that is like there are multiple theories, but basically what dimension in your life are you over giving and under giving in your, is it in your relationships, or is it your work life, is it in how you take care of yourself, whether it's food, exercise, or self-care? Is it how you nurture yourself? Is it how you let people treat you? Is it how you let people kick over your boundaries? Is it, like we already talked about major addictions, but there's many things that you could be adapting with to create more of a true balance in all of the dimensions of your life, so you have healthy control over everything instead of feeling burnt out and then kind of like shutting down and not doing what you need to because you're burnt out basically over whatever it is. It's just taking too much from you and you're not able to be efficient anymore. That is your read, Earth Signs. I hope you liked the content. I hope that it resonates. If it doesn't, check out the other signs. If none of my stuff resonates for you, that sucks, but also you should just check out another reader and not book with me. You should find somebody that like connects with you. That's what I mean. I'm not being mean. I'm just being harsh because I'm an air sign. It's not in any way like and a meant to be like a backstabbing thing. It's just that like if none of this resonates with you, then it's not logical to spend the time watching it, right? And then if none of my elemental reads resonate for you, if none of them do at all, then I'm probably not the reader that connects with you. It's not to be mean. It's just I'm like logically, I don't want you to waste your time, and I want you to connect with a reader that like does actually connect with you so you can get good advice. So you should spend your time more efficiently, not in a mean way. I'm just noticing the 44. Sorry, that took forever, but I did just see it. It's neat. That could be of significance to someone. Okay, I love you all dearly. I hope you enjoyed my content. I will cut this video because of like my childcare situation, and then I will post it post haste, right? I think that's the right term. Okay, thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you'd like to book with me, you can do so in the description box. Have a good one. See y'all later. Bye.